Traffic on News Channel 8 is sponsored by Diaco Law. Right now on News Channel 8 Today.
And welcome back to News Channel 8 Today on this Tuesday on Great 38. I'm David Espinoza Hall.
And I'm Avery Cotton. Let's check in on that breaking news right now. A bus driver in Tampa hurt while on the job. Joining us now live is 8 on your side's Marco Villarreal. Marco, any update out there?
Well, we know the scene is now clear, but we understand this bus driver was actually driving southbound on North 22nd, which is here. And again, it's back open. They had it closed for a while, but it's back open to vehicles. That bus driver, when she got hurt, stopped right in front of Middleton High School, right down the road down there. Witnesses told us that she was just driving down the road. It was dark outside around 6:30 this morning when all of a sudden they heard the glass shatter. The bus driver pulled over, and when they went to go help her, if we show you some of the video here from Eagle 8 HD, moments afterwards, she was hurt in the neck. They weren't really sure what was going on, but we understand that bus driver, as you can see in the video here, was able to walk off the bus and onto a stretcher and taken to a local hospital. Tampa police showed up soon thereafter and started investigating, trying to decide what it was that pierced that window or if she had been shot. And there was some confusion, obviously, that morning. But check out and listen to what some of the passengers explained what happened moments after they heard that crash from inside the bus.
We just heard a big noise. We didn't know what the noise was coming from. We just heard it, and we heard her yell, "I've been hit, I've been hit." So she was trying to stop the bus, which she did. When we all ran to her, if it showed up, she was bleeding on the neck. And we seen the glass, splatter. So we don't know what object or whatever hit her, but we just know she'd been hit.
And that's one of the big questions this morning. What exactly was it that hit the window? What exactly was it that hit that bus driver? TPD was out here investigating. So were officials from HART. They were out here. We understand they were looking at the video from the bus, trying to determine what's going on. We've reached out to Tampa police, waiting to hear back on what exactly it is that they're looking for or if they have found anything out of that. But again, we were told that bus driver was taken to a local hospital with injuries to her neck, possibly glass inside of her neck. That's the latest from out here. Reporting live, Marco Villarreal, 8 on your side.
Goodness, that is a scary situation. Thanks, Marco. Also this morning, we are working to get more information about this serious crash involving another HART bus. This is along Columbus Drive last night. A car and the bus smashed into each other, and we're told a person in the car suffered some serious injuries. Everyone on the bus is okay. And now we're checking in with Max Finner 8's Lee Spann. Good morning to you, Lee. I'm looking at Max Finner 8. What you tracking there?
Yeah, right along the Sarasota-Manatee County coastline, we've seen these showers sort of bubble up. They're not necessarily moving anywhere, so it's not like they're pushing on shore. They're just sort of sitting right along and off the beaches from Venice to Sarasota and then up toward Longboat Key. You might get them to kind of drift on shore, but they're not certainly moving and with any sort of speed. Most of us this morning are dry, and so as we head through the day today, the other big story will be, of course, Tropical Storm Isaias, where heavy downpours, flooding, and still strong winds all across the Northeast. Our rain chances will start to increase over the next couple of hours, again, closer to the coast. But later today, we get our west coast sea breeze. Notice those arrows, and there's an east coast sea breeze, and those collide, and they collide east of I-75 and Lakeland, Indian Lake Estates, Sebring, with some heavy downpours. That's the only way that you're going to get a cooling trend through the afternoon, because temperatures are only going up. 86 at 10, 90 at noon, and 92 for the afternoon high. We'll show you specific high temperatures in Sarasota and Pinellas counties at 8:38.
Haley, sounds like a good old Tuesday morning in August here in Florida. Nonetheless, look at this beautiful view along the Skyway Bridge. Traffic is moving along just fine. Here's a look at your bridge drive times. Only 9 minutes over the Courtney Campbell, 6 over the Howard Franklin, and 5 over the Gandy. In Polk County, good news for you. You have been accident free all morning, so your commute should be just fine. Hillsborough County, if you're in the Brandon or Riverview area, I got a whole different story for you. So there is an accident along I-75 at Brandon Boulevard. This is causing a major backup. It is down to 1 lane right now. This is what it looks like at I-75 at 301. So your best alternate is just going to be able to go ahead and start on 301. Guys, back over to you.
The time is now 8:34 on this Tuesday, and a Tampa Bay teen charged with hacking high-profile Twitter accounts has his day in court. 8 is on your side with Melissa Marino. She's reporting from the Hillsborough County Courthouse. From our Manatee County Bureau now, a school worker tests positive for COVID-19. District reps say the employee works at Samoset Elementary School. Other employees who actually had contact with this person are now self-quarantining, I should say, for 2 weeks. It's all part of the process, and the school, we're told, is being closed for disinfecting. Pinellas County students are getting pumped for the return to high school sports. They've entered phase 3, meaning this: weight rooms and gyms are now open. These athletes will still have to wear masks during conditioning, and only a certain number of them are actually allowed to work out at one time. But the students say they're just happy to be back.
The environment here is fun, exciting. We all love each other. It's all love here. So, it's fun to be here. Everybody want to be here.
Students will also get their bodies checked each time they enter practice. The district has not yet decided when sports will return.
Well, summer graduation at USF is going virtual this year. The university will award nearly 3,000 degrees this Saturday. The summer 2020 class includes graduates from 48 states and more than 70 nations. That is incredible. The oldest is 71-year-old Douglas Engelman. He will be earning a doctoral degree in sociology. Graduates will be invited to participate in a future in-person commencement ceremony. But congrats to all of them.
Universal Orlando is facing a round of layoffs. The theme park made this big announcement in an email saying it's reducing the workforce to, quote, reflect current priorities and needs. At this point, there's no word on just how many people will be impacted.
Well, new this morning, we are going to tell you about this new Salvation Army store that's starting the process of getting a new emergency shelter built in Tampa, and they're doing it with the beloved Tampa power couple. Currently, the Salvation Army has a shelter on the 1600 block of North Florida Avenue in the Tampa Heights neighborhood, but it's an old car dealership and more than 50 years old. The new shelter would renovate the building and turn it into a 39,000 square foot campus-like shelter. It'll have state-of-the-art amenities, flexible spaces, and allow to serve up to 180 people left homeless. The $6.5 million project will need the community's help, and that is where former Buccaneer coach Tony Dungy and his wife Lauren come in. They are always doing something great for this community, Lee. I love to see that.
Certainly so. Let me just get going here. Sorry about that. All right, so let's take a look at what we can expect through the day today. And outside right now along Bayshore Boulevard, it is 84 degrees already. So a lot of sunshine for a lot of places. Tropical storm Isaias is racing to the north. Now look at this. It is moving 33 miles per hour, but it is still whipping those winds right off the Atlantic Ocean for a lot of the northeast. The only other area that we are looking at in the entire Atlantic Basin is this one wave here, and it only has a 30% chance of developing. So that is a less likelihood than we were even thinking yesterday. We're going to focus in on what it's going to feel like today, which is hot and humid. 93 in Sarasota. North Point, you'll hit 92, 93 in Lakewood Ranch. In Hillsborough County, Plant City, all the way up to 94. Although since you're east of I-75, you do have a better chance at some stronger thunderstorms in the afternoon. Tarpon Springs, you'll hit 91, St. Pete 90, and we keep the low 90s in the forecast all this week, along with more typical afternoon scattered downpours. But what's not typical, July 2020 ended up being the hottest July on record with an average temperature of 85.5. And you may think that sounds a little cool, but that is the average temperature through the day. So we had a lot of very warm overnight lows. So the average daily temperature throughout the month of July, 85.5, and that is the hottest on record. Deanne, what's happening on the roadways?
Haley, so we're still watching an accident in Pasco County. This is in Odessa. This is off of State Road 54 near Ogden Loop. There is a roadblock reported. However, it doesn't seem to be impacting traffic too much. Just a heads up there. In Hillsborough County, this is the name of the game. This is what we're facing on this Tuesday morning along I-75 northbound. All of this backup is because of an accident on I-75 at Brandon Boulevard. This is basically what's happening here. There was an accident in the midst of a construction zone. So right now, traffic is moving along pretty slowly. So your best alternate route is going to be to go ahead and get off on Gibsonton and just take 301 up north. Here's a look at your I-75 drive times. And y'all, patience is the name of the game today. I'll send it back to you guys.
It's a virtue. Thanks, Deanne. The coronavirus pandemic has made things tough for Olympic athletes, both mentally and financially. For many, no competition means no prize money. And as 8 on Your Side's Jack Doles tells us, that's leaving many Olympic hopefuls struggling to figure out how to pay for an extra year of training. Well, speaking of Olympic athletes, the Got Milk campaign is back.
And in a big way, you got to see this. There we go. That's Olympic swimmer Katie Ledecky swimming the entire length of this pool with a glass of chocolate milk on her head, and she is balancing it and doing it well. Milk producers say they resurrected the ad campaign after seeing a spike in sales during the pandemic.
That's why she has gold medals.
Most definitely. Well, coming up, find out how the governor plans to change the state's COVID-19 testing site.
And see how Florida is pushing citizens to wear masks.
Also find out what the musical Hamilton has in common with Cuban sandwiches, of all things. That and more coming up.
Welcome back to Grade 38. Right now, you are taking a live picture from Pasco County School District headquarters. You can see here teachers are protesting right now. They are pushing to begin the school year with distance online learning format. This is something that teachers all over the Bay Area and frankly the nation have been debating and discussing as we talk about reopening schools amid the pandemic. We know that Dr. Anthony Fauci has talked about his ideas on reopening schools, lending his support to that idea, saying that it's important for children for a number of reasons, naming psychological benefits and the fact that many children rely on breakfast and lunch